Okay, just gonna make sure that this is recording. It seems to be recording. All right. So I want to run through some things really quick. Let me do this real quick. Notepad. I'm going to take some notes. Okay. Notes for John. So here we have our start. This is how we start our project. And we're going to do a fancy wheel. So I'm going to left click and delete that, my box. Now, whenever you add in a mesh, it will add in at this thing right here, this red and white cursor. So I'm going to Shift A, bring in my mesh, do a cylinder. Okay. Now, we were having some difficulty last time because my instructions are to press spacebar and G, and that gives me the move tool. However, if you come, watch up here to the left, here's my move tool. If you hover over it, it will show you the shortcut. Mine is spacebar G. Now I noticed that your shortcut was Shift spacebar G. Can you get some? Can you do it? Okay, you can come see with me. Yeah, you can come see. I'll show you. Can you? I'll wait for you. So, if ever in doubt, go on ahead and hover over a button, and it will show you the correct shortcut. So, here, I'm going to click my cylinder. I'm going to move it along the x-axis. Click and drag. Move it along my y-axis. Now, here we are. Remember, middle mouse button, if you click it, you can rotate around. If you hold Shift and the middle mouse button, then you can pan. And if you scroll with the middle mouse button, it goes in and out. You can also do Control middle mouse button, pressing the middle mouse button, and go up and down, and it will zoom in and out. Okay, so here is our wheel. We're going to turn this into a wheel real quick. So we're going to come over to rotate. I can do spacebar R. You, I think, will do Shift spacebar R. I'm going to click on the Y, the green circle. Click and drag and start dragging. Now, notice in the upper left and also in the far right where it says rotation Y, I have those numbers. They are slowly changing. So I'm going to hold Control and rotate that to 90 degrees. And I will release my mouse button first and then my Control. Now, I'm going to check over here, rotation Y, and it says 85. So I missed the mark. I'm going to click that, it's already selected, and type in 90, hit enter, and now I am perfectly 90 degrees. Okay, here's my cylinder. I'm going to go to my move tool because I like that one. That's my favorite. And I'm going to hit tab and go from object mode up here to edit mode. And now all the vertices are there. And so real quick, here's what I'm going to do. I want to go from vertice mode to face mode. So up here are my three modes. I have vertice mode, edge mode, and face mode. So I'm going to hit face. I'm going to select one of my faces. I'm going to move it in right about there. Okay. We're going to have some fun with this. I am going to rotate this. So I click my rotate tool and rotate it along the X. Now look at that wheel. That's pretty cool. Now, kind of got this neat rotation thing going on. I'm going to hit Control R to add in an extra bit of vertices. So now, excuse me, I'm going to go to vertice mode, and now you can see I've got a ring of vertices here. So I'm going to go back to my, vertice mode is good. We'll do vertice mode. Now, you could select all of these vertices, and there are multiple ways to do this, but the easiest is to hold Alt and click on an edge between your vertices that you want to select. And if you click it, notice you get all the vertices. This kind of works the same way. Remember, so I'm going to try and select this loop here, or this thing of 3 vertices. So if I click on the edge, hold Alt, click on the edge between the vertice chain that I want, it'll give me those. So that's great. That's a good thing to learn. So holding Alt, I'm going to click this. So I get that ring, and now I'm going to scale. And so what I'm going to do, okay, this is going to be harder than I thought. Whoa, okay, whoops. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag very slowly. The problem is it goes very, very fast. So what I want to do, I'm going to undo, is I'm going to click, drag, and I'm going to hold Shift at the same time. By holding Shift, it will slow down your transformation. It will slow it down. Okay. Great. So now, let's go to Edge. I'm going to Alt-click that ring again, and I am going to go to my Edge tool mode. So Edge, Bevel Edges. And now I'm going to drag. Now one of the cool things here is while I am dragging, if I click, the operation is done. I don't want to be done yet. So I'm going to undo, make sure my ring is selected. I will come up to Edge, Bevel, and as I'm doing this, I'm going to scroll my middle mouse wheel up so that I get some extra lines, edge loops. There we go. That's pretty cool. Hi, Ophelia, thank you. Now, we're going to go to face mode. Let's come up to face, and what's the shortcut for that? Control, click, Shift, click. Okay. Huh. Hi, dear. There's got to be a faster way to do that. Okay. I'm going to go to Face, Inset, and you notice that beside it here it says I. That's the shortcut. Inset. Go like that. Now I'm going to go Face, Extrude. Let's see. I'm going to bring that in. It's too far, so I'm going to click and drag it. Remember, I've got my Move tool going. Click and drag. Now I can hit S to scale it in. Remember, I can always just use my, oh dear. I can use all of my fun little key commands here. Inset again. Extrude again. I'm hitting I for inset, E for extrude. Inset again. We're adding a lot of detail here. Hi, sweetheart. You're doing good. Thank you for being so patient. All right. Thank you. And almost done with my. Whoa! Hi. Yeah. Now I've added some detail here. That's fun. Excuse me, Ophelia. Yeah. Are you watching me with the wheel?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm showing John how to make a wheel. So now I want to bevel a couple more edges, make it rounded out. I'm going to go up to my edge button. Make sure it's all selected. I'm talking to John. I'm going to Alt-click on that. And now if I Alt-click here, I want to do multiple loops. I want to edit multiple loops. So if I Alt-click here, notice my selection goes from the outside one to the inside one. Well, I want both of them. So I'm going to Alt-click inside one, and with Alt still pressed, I'm going to also press Shift. So I'm doing Alt-Shift-click, and now over here, Alt-Shift-click. Haha. Now, the reason the whole face was selected is because every edge on that face was selected. So the face is pretty much selected. I'm going to bevel these edges, so Control B. Oh goodness.
Showing him how to do it.
What?
How are you doing this?
Okay, I don't know. I'm doing good. I'm having fun. And so here is a really cool wheel. Now, if you want to get really fun with it, let's do. I'm going to go into F or will it work? No. Nope. Nope. Goodness gracious. I wish that worked. Let's see if this works. I think there's a way to work this. Okay. So remember before, you can click, Alt-click on an edge. You need some help? Okay. Alt-click on an edge, and it'll do the edge loop. Same thing with polygons. So let's do this. So what I did is Alt-click here, and I'm going to Alt-Shift-click, so I add another loop. And now I'm going to go to, excuse me, Ophelia, what you doing? I'm going to go to Face. Oh. Oh. Nope, I guess it's not under Face. It will be under Select. And loops. Nope. Select links. Nope. Checker. Deselect. Let's see if this works. It worked. That's exciting. All right. Let's just have some fun here. I'm going to hit I for inset. And then I'm going to hit E for extrude. And now we have got a fun little wheel that can bounce around. Now I'm going to hit Tab to get out of edit mode. Now I'm in object mode. And I'm going to duplicate this. So Alt D. Now this does a connected wheel. And now I'm going to do Alt D along the x-axis. And now I want to closer. Now to flip these, I'm going to do R, Y, 180. And so if we were going to build a car in the middle here, if we were going to build a car in the middle, then what I would want to do is I would want to have these wheels at the same distance from the center as these wheels. So I'm just going to check on their numbers over here. So this one is 2.6 in the X, so I'm just going to go 2.5. Hi, sweetheart.
What are you
2.5.
doing with
I'm building a car for John. So now this is on the other side of the Y. It's on the other side of the 0. So these are positive. This is negative. You can get your dad or your mom to explain positive and negative numbers. But over here, if we do the same thing, if we do positive 2.5, it's going over here. We don't want that. We want to do negative 2.5. Over here, negative 2.5. And so now this wheel is the same distance from 0 as this wheel. And now we have 4 awesome wheels that we can play with. You know what? I want to add some ridges. How about that? Let's add in something there, something there. Alt Shift click. You can't see on the bottom? There we go. I'm going to bevel that a little bit. Excuse me, Ophelia. And now I'm going to extrude. Now here's the problem. they are all going one direction. They're all the faces are going the same direction. I want them all to go into the tire. So there are two ways I can do that. I can hit E, and then without moving my mouse, I don't move. I'm going to hit enter. And what that does is now it's still extruded, they're just right there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit scale, S, and I'm going to do shift X. Now what this does, notice you have your Z and your Y axis there. I am scaling only in Z and Y.
There's my zero.
That's right.
And then if you
So there's
do
this.
that, nothing happens.
Yeah. So I did that. Now I've got tire treads. Man, it is looking super spiffy. Now, another alternative to that is come up to face, extrude. Yes, you can extrude faces along normals. Now I will explain normals next time. It's kind of important. So we are extruding the faces along the normals, and we are good to go. And I am done. Thank you for the sticking around.
No.
Thank you for sticking around for my wheel lesson. We will do a character next time.